let's start. We've got 16 people. We had 21 and now it's only 16. Come on, man. Come on. Bring it on. Hi, everybody. My name is Steve Spence. A lot of you know me. Charles, my man. I see you. I see you, Charles. Charles and I were emailing back and forth yesterday. Everybody, my name is Steve Spence, one of the owners. I think I know a lot of you. So really appreciate you coming to the webinar. Got some cool updates about Project Map It, some things that I was hoping to push out today that I tried, and then you'll learn. I'll talk about our public profile page later. But I'm excited. On the webinar, I'm going to try to do this monthly. And each month I'm going to bring on a couple impact partners. That's what we call our partners, PMI Impact Partners. This time around, it's Arthur Owens. What's up, Arthur, from Upgrade Finance, and Chad Morgan, who I will tell the story about Chad prior. Chad, you're going to actually speak first, but I'll talk about how we met Quickpage. Ascend Digital, for those that wanted to learn more about Ascend Digital, let me know, or let Pat know in the chat box, or just shoot me an email or a text if you have my cell phone. Pat, can you put my cell phone number in the chat box for everybody just so they have it? Shoot me a text. That's the best way to get in touch with me, everybody. Phone calls don't really work well. Emails do. So the first thing I'd like to do is I do want to kind of promote something. Pat, where do I get the PDF?
You go to share content and then go to share presentation, and then there's going to be a toggle switch.
Okay. So first thing I'm really proud of, everybody, is each year we've grown something called Swing for Recovery. It's a golf tournament I put on. I started 2 years ago. I live in Maryland. Sorry, 3 years ago. I had like 12 people. I had 3 foursomes. We made about $2,000 thanks to solely Certainteed, who's a big partner of ours. The second year we brought on a second tournament. I'm starting to have friends, right? Like, so one of our customers, Ty Backer from TC Backer Construction out of York, Pennsylvania, was like, hey, I would like to host a tournament. So Ty hosted a tournament. Together, we raised about $28,000 last year, or year two. And then last year we raised close to close to $50,000. I don't know. In total, we've raised about $75,000, and each year we grow. This year we added a location in Ocala, Florida. If anybody's an avid golfer, it's a really, really beautiful golf course. That's a private golf course. But the big thing that I'm promoting, and I want to promote early, I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. So if you wanted to play or sponsor more than anything, since a lot of you aren't in Maryland, we did a thing last year that really helped out. And so you see these signs right here. These are all of our current customers. So we had about, I think, 40 current customers that sponsored my Baltimore golf tournament that I'm the host of. For $150, they get a yard sign. And we put every Project Map It customer on the first hole. And we got about halfway to the hole. The hole is beyond these trees right here. This year, I want to have 100. Like, my goal is to have 100 of our current customers get to the hole. And just so you understand what the sponsorship hole is one will say, your logo that says reppin' from the job site. That means that you're not
Did he just freeze up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on here. I'm trying to figure this out. Give it 1 second here. Sorry, guys. Steve's Wi-Fi cut out there for a second. He should be rejoining here. Okay. All right. Well, when Steve's trying to figure out his computer and the Wi-Fi and everything,
Chad, I'm on.
Okay.
Sorry, Chad. I just got brand new Wi-Fi and it's working great. So I don't know what just happened. If you're at the golf tournament and you want to have a sign, it's in person and in place. So you're at the golf tournament in Baltimore, Jack's Contracting. Shout out to my guy, Jason. He comes every year. If you want to donate and get a sign, it's $150. It's not a lot of money, and it shows that you're supporting not only Roofers in Recovery, which is a nonprofit that helps contractors that struggle with drug and alcohol addiction, and also health and mental health issues. So scan that QR code. You also get some emails from me as well. But for $150 to have your sign up there to support us, it would mean a lot to me. That's going to take you to our registration page. And then all you do is you scroll down until you see the sponsorship called PMI Caddy Support. Great cause, would really love it. Make it a fishing day. Yeah, we've actually talked about that, Charles, and skeet shooting. So I'll leave that up there right now, but I'm gonna remove it. Do I just click remove, Pat, and then intro? Is that how that works? Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna intro Chad Morgan here. Chad is the CEO, owner, founder of Quickpage. I'm gonna tell you, I met Quickpage at IRE, International Roofing Expo, back in whatever it was, January, February this year, and immediately fell in love with Quickpage. I'm not kidding you. I vet vendors. We bring on new vendors and we take it very seriously. We only want to offer partners of ours that are vetted and very good in what they do. I feel like, Chad, your system is a niche, kind of like ours is a niche. But we, just so everybody knows, we've been using it for Project Map It. We've been using Quickpage. We've learned a lot. If you ask Pat, who's on this call, Pat will tell you like it's his favorite product in the world. It's actually one of my favorite products, like no joke. And I really love what they do. So I'm going to give the mic and everything to you, Chad. I'm going to actually stop sharing my camera and let you roll with it.
Okay, man. And so, I guess I'm going to share a little bit about Quickpage and then walk you through what we do really quickly. Is that kind of what the plan is? And I apologize, Steve. There's been a bit of a family emergency. And so I'm at my parents' house and the Wi-Fi is crazy and they live on a farm. So there could be dogs. There could be a horse that comes in here. Who really knows, right? But is that kind of what the plan is, Steve and Pat? Like, I'm just going to talk through the product and we're helping.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I'll keep my camera on, my microphone on to help kind of keep this rolling.
That'd be great. I mean, I have everything set up where I could just kind of walk through. I do sometimes just a real high level demo, but we're a video central sales enablement tool. Really, is kind of what we're doing, and it's really changing the game. Anywhere where you need to especially go into a homeowner's space, personal space. Video's absolutely crushing it. So our product is really centered around that. And there's a ton of use cases that we're actually that comes across and says my internet's not stable. Did it kind of break up there for a minute? Mm-hmm. This is going to be rough, I think. But I think probably Steve, are you on mute?
No, you were only out for like 5 seconds. You're good.
Oh, okay. All right. There could be a bunch of 5 seconds like this. I've noticed it popping up every now and again. Steve, do you want to kind of get me on track here and I can just present?
Yeah. I mean, so Quickpage, I won't tell your story. I don't want to steal your thunder, but they started you live in that car dealership thing, right? And then you realized like there was a space.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we started out in video. I found success with video a long time ago when I started a marketing company. I accidentally ranked my keywords. I was starting an SEO business. I'd had a direct mail business that went bankrupt back in 2008. I was looking for something to do and I stumbled across this podcast. They talked about SEO. I'm like, I'm in, show me a way to make money. I accidentally ranked my keywords and like the phone was ringing. I had no experience. No one was, I was putting proposals in, but I didn't have anything to work with. I accidentally got a proposal sent to me by another SEO company. And I was like, what is this garbage? It's so confusing. Like, how are these people to understand any of this in layman's terms? So on the next bid, I actually I did a video walkthrough of the proposal and I won the deal. And it was so simple. I just walked through, this is what meta tags are. This is what meta, and it worked. And so I built my entire business around just using video to build trust and rapport. Then we started thinking about all the things that we could do with video. Like, what if you could, what if you could add a picture? What if you could add a document? What if you could put it on a page? What if you could interact with them? And it just kept going. We started to get into the automotive business, and for the last 10 years, we've been in automotive, and we've been blowing it up. Automotive is a funny place. It's one of the highest turnovers, least trustworthy industries. So we had to create an app that was so simple for a brand new guy getting in, because, well, heck, 80% of the staff turned over. So we had to make it really simple for them to be able to send video.
So let's give him 10 seconds. But as he goes,
I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
And it started to work, putting a face to the name. 93% of communication is voice inflection and body language. Go ahead, Steve.
So share your screen. Let's see it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me just share my screen. So,
you're talking about it, but you can talk about it and share the screen at the same time.
Do that. You're right. I'm wrong. Okay,
you're not wrong. I'm just trying to roll.
Okay, let's go. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see it? All right. So this is Quickpage. This is the dashboard to Quickpage. Let me try to get everything on here, because I want you to see the mobile when it comes right down to it. So we've got this little dashboard here, right? And with this guy, you make these little pages, right? And for example, these are exactly the same. They synchronize in real time. So sometimes people have call centers. They want to use the desktop, or maybe they want to then transfer out into their car or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and isolate this and just put this guy out here. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's Quickpage. And you make these little pages. You start by creating new page, or you can start from template. Everything I'm going to show you right now, you can create from a template. So there's 3 parts to a Quickpage. There's the top part where you add your content, right? That can be a recorded video and or pre-recorded video, or a walkthrough of a proposal, or images, whatever you can possibly think. These little controls here are what add to the page. Now you're going to see Volkswagen. You wouldn't see that unless you were part of a Volkswagen dealership. But we have partners with them. So here you add your content. There's three parts to a Quickpage. Add your media, add a title, or it's a little bit of subject, and you share it. And you share it through your tech stack, through your CRM. Everything's tracked that way. So I'm gonna do one. There's lots of use cases, lots of them. I'm gonna do one that is so powerful in this, that we're in the home improvement space, that we're doing case studies on this one Quickpage in usually about month 3. So let's say that we call it the pre-assignment Quickpage. What this little Quickpage does right here is it increases engagement. It lowers, there we go. It lowers cancellations.
I could sell Quickpage for everybody. Is he still off? Because if so,
it says he's in here, but I'm not seeing anything.
Okay. So while he's out, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to keep talking because I freaking love Quickpage. Okay. So you can see my pages here, right, everybody? So can you see it, Pat? What, am I off now too?
No. Yes.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are our Quickpages. My team is starting to use Quickpage. And just to give you an idea, here, we'll highlight Pat. So here's Pat. And Pat is saying, if I played the video, I'm not going to get into it. Did you hear that, Pat? Were you able to hear the video?
Can't hear it. I put it in the chat already as well when he started talking. So get a quick example.
Imagine this. Imagine, I'll tell you how things are brought. Now, so this is what it would look like on a phone. So you can text it. You can text a Quickpage or you can email a Quickpage. And so there's a video of your sales rep. So think sales in your case. And Chad was alluding to engagement, right? So you engage a customer a bunch of different ways. And I'll give you 3 or 4 scenarios after I show you just what the overall thing of a Quickpage is. So there's a video of your sales rep, maybe it's the owner, introducing themselves. Like, hey, it's Matt. This guy going, hey, it's Pat. I just want to introduce myself. You know, I work for Wooster Roofing. We're going to be out at your house, whatever. You know, you talk about the process. Maybe you say we've been in business for 40 years. We're family owned and operated. You're letting the customer meet you before your sales rep consultant even goes out and knocks on the door, right? So that engagement right off the bat is a differentiating piece between what other roofing, siding, pool, bathroom remodelers are doing, right? And then what you can do in this video, you can even like point down, like if I kept playing it, Pat probably has his finger and he's pointing down and it says, check out the second video. So then you can put another video for you all. Maybe it's a proposal, whatever. It can be anything. Maybe it's a testimonial. Like these are testimonials from some of Project Mapit's customers. And then when you scroll down, maybe you have a call to action. I don't know. A lot of companies, contracting companies, are starting to go through getting estimates or appointments signed up on a calendar that you all have. I don't know how many are doing that. Please put it in your, if you are using a calendar for people to book, put it in the chat and be like, I am, and let us know how that's working for you. I've noticed a trend going from a lot of contractors starting to create calendars to allow homeowners that might come to your website to book a demo right there. But then you can put your, hey, the sales rep can say text, or the sales rep can say, you know, email me. And then there's a little thing here that just talks about it, right? You can throw GIFs in there and stuff like that. So it becomes a really good engagement piece, right? For people. Now, when would this be used in the process of, I'm still going, right? When would this be used?
Yep.
I can think of it. Thank you, Pat. I can think of it being used many different ways. Let me teach you guys. Number one, speed to lead. A lead comes in and you might have a CRM or something that shoots out an email and a text right away. I made the mistake. I kid you not. I answered a phone call about 3 months ago and somebody was like, hey, you need a new roof. I'm like, no, I don't need a new roof. And I swear to you, like I hung up on the guy. And within like 1 minute, I got 5 text messages from 5 different roof companies because they were asking that I needed a new roof. And every text message, do this for me in the chat box. Let me know if you are sending text messages when a lead comes in. Just let me know. All 5 text messages I got were the same lame ass text message I got from all 5. It said like, hey, this is Steve's Roofing Company. Heard you wanted a new roof. Text back if you're interested in us coming out to provide you a free estimate. That was it. Okay. Now imagine, so watch when I click this little GIF button, it actually now, if this came in as a text to you, this would be at the top of the text message and it would be Pat with this little GIF that's like integrating with him saying hi. And then there's a link and that link says in a speed to lead option, it would be like, hey, I heard you're interested in a new roof or a new deck or whatever. Click on the link below and learn about Steve's Decking Company, whatever. And they click on the link and it takes them to this. And it's Pat now telling them who Pat is, a little bit about the company. It's any other videos you want. Down here, there's some call to actions to like call you the company or set up a demo. There's a little quick way of doing it there. It is literally, so speed to lead. It could be done before a pre-appointment email, text, communication. Again, I present all over the US to thousands of contractors a year. I kid you not. I'll tell you this, video is becoming huge. And one contractor 2 years ago really stood out in my head. He raised his hand and he said, Steve, it's important for the customer to meet you before they meet you. And what is better than showing a video of you so the customer can meet you? How many other companies that you're competing against have a system like this? If I had those 5 text messages that came in that said, hey, I heard you need a new roof. And out of the 5, one of them had a GIF like this of the sales rep saying hi, I would have clicked on that text before any other text. I'm curious what you all think about it. Let me know. Pat, I'm not sure. I don't even know how. I'm going to stop sharing. I don't quite know how to get back to the actual thing. Did I stop sharing, Pat?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So are there any questions? I'll open it up. Are people allowed to click, Pat, on, like to speak? Oh, okay. Shelby Pierce, no text. We call right away and schedule or send. Okay. So a follow-up email, you can put an email like, hey, we always want you to meet us before you meet us. Click on the link below and meet your sales rep. And then they click on it, it takes them to that quick page. That's a good question, Shelby. So we are starting to use this like anything. Yeah, I mean, it is. I honestly, if I wasn't the owner of Project Map It, I would be calling Chad and being like, hey, can I be your COO or can I be a sales rep or something? It's that good. That's perfect. So you can put those educational videos in that quick page as other videos. Are they allowed to unmute themselves, Pat? Or no?
I got to do it manually, but I can unmute people.
There are only 15 of them, so they can undo it manually. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. I want to keep this to I want to obviously respect Arthur as well. But that's quick page. I'm telling you, just so you know, Project Map It gets embedded into a quick page. I have so much background noise. Yeah. Keep yourself muted if you have background noise. Okay. I would like to introduce Arthur. I met Arthur's colleague a while ago. His name is Andrew Lutz, and I fell in love with Andrew. Arthur is just as good of a dude. We have right now one finance company that we're really partnered with. We really like Upgrade. So I'm going to just shut up. I don't know anything about financing. And Arthur, I'm going to let you roll. I can't hear you. You're on mute. That part I know.
Well, it wouldn't be the start that we all dreamed, but great.
Right.
Hey, we're all here. Everyone, nice to meet you guys. My name's Arthur Owens. I'm the regional sales manager for sponsored programs. So as Steve Spence mentioned, and guys, Project Map is awesome, but even better, Steve Spence. Getting to spend a few times with him over at some of our Certainty events, ball of energy. And if you want someone to go to bat for you and help market your program or whatever you're doing, he's the guy. So just want to throw that casually out there. But no, everyone, we're financing. There's no simple way to say that. We're just another financing company, but we're a financing company that truly cares about its customers. I myself have worked at 3 other lenders, started off at Green Sky, then moved over to Rocket Loans, and then now I am with Upgrade. So just a quick history on Upgrade, because I'm sure some of you probably never even heard of Upgrade, and some of you probably have an Upgrade debit or credit card in your wallet right now. But essentially in 2017, Upgrade was created, basically just doing personal loans, credit health. Then around 2019, we created an Upgrade card or credit card. 2022, we started a checking account. And then at the end of 2022, my boss, Chris Forche, who actually led Green Sky through an IPO, essentially reached out to about 8 of us. And I still remember the text today saying, hey, let's get the band back together. I was living in Michigan at the time, working at Rocket Mortgage. So working in partnerships with Rocket Mortgage. And the thought was, hey, I'm going to go work with 7 of my best friends, and we're going to try to take down our old employer, Green Sky, but also just give customers good financing options in the market. So fast forward to today. Today we have over 3,500 contractors, and we're actually on pace to fund over $2.5 billion for this full year. So we haven't been around a ton, but we have hired the right people. We have the right process in mind, but we just have a damn good product. And I'm going to move into talking a little bit about that. So just a full overview, and I'm going to keep everything high level. I am going to add my information at the very end. I suggest everybody just take a quick picture of it, call me, text me, email me, I don't care. But the overview of the program. So we do unsecured installment loans. Unsecured means if you don't pay, we aren't taking an HVAC system, ripping a roof. We're not taking anything from you. So right there, it's just a benefit at that. We all know life happens. Things go haywire. You're never going to lose something with Upgrade. Or your customers are. You as a contractor, you won't get penalized if your customers do default on loans. So you have no skin in the game. Essentially, you're just giving them an option to pay. So our max per customer is $100,000. That is with a caveat, but a positive caveat. our loans aren't secured to the property. A lot of our competitors say you have to be on the deed, you have to own the land, you have to be living in the home. None of that. Biggest situation that we've seen recently is a couple recently married or just bought a fixer-upper and they spent all their money on the home. And they have parents, in-laws that say, hey, we want to help you as a wedding gift, redo that bathroom. That is successfully able to be done with Upgrade because it is not tied to the property. It is a personal loan tied to a person. Another situation, two people living in a home, let's say a massive project, a full remodel, they both actually can apply and get approved for up to 100K and leverage that loan at that same property. So we have various ways of making sure customers can get approved for what they're looking for, but also just get the house of the dreams that they want. When it comes to credit limit, I know I mentioned 100K per client. Our minimum is tied to whatever state that the person who is taking out the loan is in. So, for example, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Minimum loan amount to be approved for is 1K in Georgia. I was in Boston not too long ago. The minimum there in Massachusetts is $6,600. Now the thing is, let's say if you're in Boston, you have to be able to get approved for $6,600, but that doesn't mean you have to spend $6,600. That is just the minimum credit limit that the state you have to be approved for. Cool. So to get approved of Upgrade, we need to see a business that has at least 6 months under their belt. We will look at companies that are under that, but one thing that we've learned, and the latter group of us have been doing this for over 10, 15 years. Companies under a year or even under 6 months, they're not always guaranteed to survive. So what we watch pretty closely when we are going to approve a contractor, but stipulations are 6 months in business, at least 500K in revenue, and just a working website. Last thing, we do offer stage funding or progress payments. That is all done at the application process. So there are essentially items that we're going to ask for when it comes to approving a company, specifically for stage funding. So that's going to be 3 months bank statements, 2 years in P&Ls and balance sheets, a sales contract from a previous customer, and a voided check just to be able to understand if there's a deposit account that we are going to fund those loans into. And the thing is, we never fund that end customer. We fund the business directly. So you don't ever have to worry about a customer getting approved for a loan and saying, you know what, we're going to take the kids to Disney with this 45K. Or, for example, we see all the time from some of our competitors is, yeah, thanks for getting me the loan. I'm going to get about 3 or 4 more estimates and see, who else I can use. They get approved for a loan through Upgrade that you facilitated. They are required to use those funds directly for your company and not for any other company. Quick advantages. And there are more than 3, but these are just the 3 that typically mean the most to our contractor base. Number 1, high accommodation rates. So I could put approval rates, but that's a little game that in the lending industry that is played by a lot of our competitors. You'll have some competitors touting, hey, we have an 85% approval rate. For a $10,000 job, if a customer just gets approved for $2,500, that's technically an approval. $2,500 for a $10,000 job, more than likely they're not going to move forward with that job. So Upgrade, we like to promote accommodation rates. So Upgrade approves 25% more than the asking price 94% of the time. So we are going to give your customers not only the amount that they are looking for, we're going to give them more than what they're looking for. If I'm a salesperson and someone gives me more money, in my head, all I'm thinking is, wait, I can sell them more. I could probably make more on a commission. So that's one thing Upgrade is always going to make sure that we're trying to do is approve people for more money to facilitate a higher sale. And we always promote 2 things with Upgrade. We're going to help increase your ticket size, and we're going to help you close more. If we can do both of those, you will see growth year over year by just leveraging financing. Upgrade advantage number 2, we are here to support you and your customers. So I'm sitting in our Atlanta office. When I started, it was literally a room this size, and it was 4 of us. Now we have over 100 people all over the place. We're actually redoing our office, knocking down another office so that we can expand even more. But with that said, our support members are based here in Atlanta and in Phoenix, Arizona. All W-2 employees, nothing outsourced, and they're all going to be English-speaking customers. The biggest thing is that we are open until 1 a.m. on the East Coast. So anytime a contractor should be in your home, if there is any type of issue, you can ring Upgrade and we will be available. Me personally, I probably will not. But our customer service line, again, is open till 1 a.m. on the East Coast. And I want to say on weekends, we're open to about 8 or 9 o'clock. I can get that and send it out later. But I know typically when a contractor is going to be in your home, when it comes to this, we will be available. Number 3, last advantage that I have on here, payments start after the job is done. Who in their right mind would start paying on a loan for a new roof when that roof is doing nothing? If that material is sitting behind the house, or they are still scheduling when to install or when to put the roof on the home. So this is something that customers love. Their payment schedule does not start until 30 days after that job has been completed, because guess what? People don't pay for things that they don't have access to or that isn't working for them. So that's just another caveat that we believe differentiates us in the market. So I'm just going to talk quickly about this, but this is the level of, I'd say, not expertise, but this is just something that we teach. So every account with Upgrade has a sales rep and they have a account manager. The biggest thing that our thing is we want to educate you and we want to work with you. So we have a onboarding program, essentially just understanding your business and using our expertise and our AI and our models to show you, hey, if you were to offer financing to every customer, this is what type of growth you could see. And then I know a lot of people think like, oh, this is too much. I can do this for $10,000. I can do this for $180 a month, or I can give you 12 months, no interest. That's just how simple offering financing can be. You can put it on your website. You can have one-pagers, flyers, send mailers, send marketing, send emails. If you're not offering financing, and I always talk about this, you will never lose a job by offering financing. No one's going to get offended. Hey, we offer promotions. You will lose jobs, or you will be unaware of jobs that you have lost if you're not giving multiple or flexible payment options. So just one of the quick things we talk about are promos and payments. Promo, anything with 0% interest, also known as the same as cash. And then a payment is essentially like a car, like when you go to the dealership to buy a car and they say, hey, what can you afford month to month? That's how these jobs are typically sold. Today, some of our sponsor programs, of course, I have Project Map It up at the very top, but these are some of the brands that we're partnered with. So as we look to expand, we're going to look to add even more partners. But I'm showing you this just to show you we're working with James Hardie, CertainTeed, TimberTech, AZEK. So we are working with great companies, and that's something that we typically pride ourselves on. Last thing I will show is our what we call the next evolution. I know it sounds all crazy, but this is truly something that no other lender can offer, built within their platform. So we call it the know before you go. So what this is we can actually help you pre-screen. So I want to say pre-screen. So for example, you go in your mailbox, there's one of those fake credit cards in the mail that say, hey, you've been pre-selected for a credit limit of $20,000. And you're like, how do you know that? And how did you get my information? So as I mentioned earlier, Upgrade. One of our business units are credit cards. So when you offer credit cards, you have relationships with credit bureaus. So we actually have a built-in integration from TransUnion to Upgrade that will actually tell us if a customer has the ability to be approved for financing with just a small amount of information. And I'm going to show this tab right here. So this is all the information that is needed. First name, last name, street name, city, state, and zip. So if you are acquiring leads, you can actually type people's information in, submit it, and go to the pre-screen results. And within 5 to 10 minutes, or excuse me, 5 to 10 seconds, we can let you know if a customer will be pre-approved for financing.
You should put my info in there. I bet you I'm pre-screened for like $5. You don't have to. But I'm not embarrassed if you did. I bet you. I mean, it might say no. This guy's in debt because he already has like 15 loans. But I'm paying for my hearing aid right now. I wouldn't have been able to get my hearing aid if I didn't have finance.
But the cool thing is that just think about this. You get a lead, you type this information in, and you know that they would be pre-approved for financing before you even attach it to a sales rep. Yeah. As a sales rep, if I know someone has the ability to get approved for financing, I'm walking into that home with my head high, and I am selling my tail off. Because I know at the end of the day, if they don't want to pay cash and they don't like that promo, I can find a monthly payment for them. And I say that because I'm just going to go to my home screen, and in our portal, which every contractor has access to, we have a payment calculator. So depending on the size of the job, I can let you know, and I mentioned $10,000, I will show you options and you make the choice. And the beauty of this is that Upgrade has over 75 different options. We can actually, when you set your account up, you can select what plans you want to show to a customer. So if you only want to show 5-year options, or you only want to show 12-year options, or you only want to show promo options, you have the ability to show whatever you want to show. So essentially, you're showing the customer, you're handing a tablet saying, here, Mr. Customer, what makes the most sense for you? Boom. It's easy as that. So I will go back over here. But guys, that's it. So if you want, take out your phones, take a quick picture, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I am pretty available for a lot of times. I'm getting married in October, so can't guarantee in October I will be more available. But for the next, 6 months, it's getting close. I will be pretty available. All right, thanks a lot, everyone.
All right, so for the rest of the 20 minutes, let's give Arthur some advice on marriage. No, I'm just kidding. So, Arthur, I do want you to quickly, because I do have some stuff to cover with Project Map It and our updates and stuff, but I think I know this answer, but let's say the 13 people still on this webinar have already 2 finance options that they use, or one other finance option. Would you still recommend another option for them? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, so I think you have to identify what means the most to you. What is most important? What is your goal with financing? Is it to capture 600 to 660 FICOs? Is it because I'm truly looking to grow my business? I think once you identify what your goals are at financing, you will realize that Upgrade is able to capture any of those goals. Today, we essentially are buying down to 600. There's no other first look lender that does that today. We over accommodate customers. There's no other lender that is over accommodating as much and successfully as Upgrade.
I think you just answered a question. Does the total amount of the job need to be a certain amount?
No.
Can I get financing for like a $300 repair?
You absolutely can. I saw one about a week ago that was about $800 on a 5-year loan.
Cool.
Yeah, so it does not matter. Our goal is to make sure that customer is able to get the job done, no matter how much it is, how cheap or how expensive it is. There's money to be given to any and everyone.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Well, thank you. Are
Thanks
you staying
a lot,
on?
everyone.
Are you staying on to see all the cool Project Map?
Absolutely. I'm going to go on mute and cut my camera off and get more coffee, but I am going to be locked in.
Lock in. Thank you, Arthur. All right. I wanted to go over some things with you all. There's not major shifts at all happening in Project Map It, but we're really trying to put the gas pedal down. We've listened to a lot of our contractors and what you all are looking for. We've tried to make some UI changes. That stands for user interface, just the way our map looks and stuff like that, and the way it functions. Obviously, AI is a big thing, everybody. We get that. We're not thinking about AI. I present about AI on online presence and all that kind of stuff. But I have a list. Where did my list go? I have a list right here on my other screen. I'm going to go through it just so you all understand some things that we've done and some things that we're moving towards in the future, in the near future. First of all, the projects page, we wanted to make it a little sexier looking. So by default, there's 20 projects, not 5. It's not linear where it's just showing like lame information. This, we thought it's nice to show a thumbnail. So if you've uploaded pictures, you'll see it there. And if you don't, we're hoping that this visual will be like, oh, that's right. I gotta load some photos for Phil. I forgot to do that. So we've updated this. I think that's pretty cool. One of our customers, it's a very small update, but I feel like sometimes these small things are a big deal. Some of you might not care, but we've had like 5 customers say, hey, this part right here where it says search, it used to say search services. And they're like, can you just make it say search? It confuses some of our customers or our homeowners. So that just says search, very, very minimal, small update that we've made. We updated a camera icon next to a pin. So if it has, even though when you select a filter, so here, let me show you what I'm talking about. If I select Moray Black, I can see like this one has a Google review. A star means that there's a Project Map It review on that pin. And then obviously the camera means, so as a sales rep, you can quickly know that out of these 10 pins, I know this one is the one that has pictures. We also know that you can just look here, right? When you pick a filter, Moray Black, the gallery also changes. Hopefully you knew that. And if you didn't, that's now you know. And I can just click on a thumbnail and quickly access that. But I think what the contractors were looking for is to make it a little more understanding for a homeowner. Like obviously, if I've never seen Project Map It and I click on a map and I see a camera next to a pin, I'm going to probably associate that there's a photo on it. Thank you, John. Okay. Yes. Camera icon. Okay. This is kind of a big one. We're getting to a point where we're getting contractors that are general contractors or that are people that do interior work and exterior work. And so a lot of you are probably just exterior. I know, John, some of you guys are just interior. For companies that do both interior and exterior, if you look kind of at this example, over on the right-hand side, you're going to see a picture of a kitchen. This is an example of like a company, a contractor that might do a kitchen. Well, this company might also do roofing and exterior work. So in some instances, and we've heard a lot from this from contractors, in some instances, you want to show the full address. I want to show the full address so that the homeowner can drive by and look at this beautiful Moray Black roof that the company installed. However, I don't want to drive by this house and knock on the door and be like, hey, can you show me the new kitchen that company installed? I think you understand. I hope you understand where I'm going. So we now have the ability for you to choose if you are a company that does kitchens and bathrooms, but also does like decking and whatever else, exterior siding, roofing. You have the ability to decide which categories within your Map It portfolio show addresses and which ones show only the city, state, and zip code. So if you go into map settings and you go into the second tab that says pin colors and triggers, if you scroll down at the very top right here underneath multiple services right here, what you can do is you can add as many rules as you want. So I've indicated, so when you click on this, these are all of your categories within Project Map It. So like if I want anything that's, I don't know what else I would like, maybe an addition, I wouldn't want to or a pool. If you're a pool company, I don't want to show full addresses. So you can choose which categories you only want to show, either the city, state, and zip code, or the street, city, and state, or the full address. You have all these different options now. By default, it's going to show the full address. So you can go in here into map settings again, into pin colors and triggers, and tell our system which ones you want to only show the city, state, and zip code. I do want you to, there was another option here I wanted you to know. Some people have been asking like, hey, I want to show the street name, but I don't want the street number. So I live at 224 Cloister Road. You can make it just say Cloister Road instead of the 224. Some people don't want to show the full like the actual address, but they want to show the street. So with all that said, just to understand, like we are partnered with like 5 multi-billion-dollar companies, all have passed the sniff test when it comes to legality. You can show a full address without permission. That's allowed. I don't want you to think you aren't. We're just giving you more customizations. If there are any questions on that, please ask them in the chat box, but I want to get through some other things. Some customers have been asking if you can, they hate when like they try to pull up their phone. So if I shrink this to phone size, so when you pull up your phone, oops, let me get rid of this real quick. When you pull up your phone, this is going to say gallery view in a second. I've asked my developer to change this to photos. But when you pull up your phone, they were like, I don't like the fact that you can't pinch and zoom and make it full screen. So you do have the ability to make it full screen now. Again, I'll just click Birchwood. So if I find one with a photo on it, on your phone, there's this button, and even on the desktop, there's this like enlarge button. So you can do this. And on your phone, I can now take my fingers and pinch and zoom into that, in this case, that roof. So I want you to know that there is that ability. I was on it yesterday. Again, I'm just a transparent dude. I don't know how else to not be transparent. It like wiggled on my phone and I didn't like it. So you can test drive what I'm talking about. I've asked my developer to see if there's something he can do to fix that. Are there any questions? You can unmute yourself if you want and ask them. I will freeze for a second before I talk about where we're going, future updates. Or you can type them in.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go for it, Thomas.
Hey, so I tried asking a question in the chat, but I think I was wording it terribly. So for the services and location button, I think when you click on it, there's an animated interaction like an X. For media, it always just stayed static, and it would filter which ones have pictures and which ones don't. But my customers, because I probably have like 750 jobs on there and 150 have pictures. So A lot of times they just kind of click on the filler ones. I was just curious if the media button like does anything now like itself, or if it, okay. I mean, that's really all it should need, but I just deal with a lot of old folks. So
okay. Well, listen, if you have recommendations, type them in the chat because these chats are saved. Is there anything like you think would, so part of our future updates, and we have 5 CRMs we're about to update and connect with. So hopefully that'll make some of you guys and ladies happy. After that, we are going to update our UI. Honestly, this box is going to disappear. It's going to all go to the top. So it's going to be logo with some options. It's going to be more modernized. Okay. These are going to stay on the side, but it's not going to be white background. So instead of only like 2.5 pictures showing, it'll be like 3 or 4. And it'll be translucent. So it'll just be the box and you'll be able to see like the map in the background. So we are going to do a modernized UI fix. I'm hoping maybe by the end of the third quarter, if not a lot earlier.
Also, to address my question, I think if there's camera icons for the ones that have pictures now, then my animation question doesn't really matter anymore. Because if they see that it's just those that are the ones with the icons are filtered through, then that problem solved.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people have asked us that. That's why we put it on there. A couple customers, since we've done the camera icon, have asked us, hey, Steve, can we make that an option? Because I don't like the camera icon. Our developer is aware of that, and we could make that an option. Beth, I don't see a list of photos on the right panel in the map mode. It only lists, okay, it only lists addresses. So Beth and everybody, that might have just a list of addresses here. What happens is you got to go into the map settings. You're going to go to into the third tab that says how my map will work. And then when you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see project list view. Right now, yours is set to address list view only. So everybody, this is what, and you always have to scroll to the bottom, click update. This is what Beth is looking at, everybody, just a list, right? So you have that option, but a lot of people don't like that option. That's why we changed it. So settings, third tab, scroll down a little bit, choose gallery view, scroll down and click update. Now, if you don't have projects, these are featured photos that I'm scrolling through. Featured photo, featured photo, featured photo. If it's yours is going to be white by default because you haven't checked off any featured photos. To get them as a default, just kind of as a placeholder, so it's just not a white background, what you have to do is you go into projects, and let's just say this has some good pictures on it. You go into the project details, so you either click on the red gear wheel or you can actually just click on this. And then if you know it has some good photos, you scroll down the project details tab and say, I want this to be a featured photo, and you check that box. And then you scroll down and click update. And so then what happens is by default, you'll start getting these images. But just so everybody knows how this works, if I click anything like, I don't know, Georgetown Gray, anything that's Georgetown Gray, the map changes, but now this changes. So now I have access. I mean, it's a demo map, so that's why we have random pictures. But you'll see, like, I can click on that, and these are Georgetown Gray. I hope that helps, Beth. Give me a thumbs up or a, you're the best, Steve, if that helped. Yep, no problem. Any other questions? I can go off. I can stop and just listen. Feel free to use your microphone. I want to tell you updates too that are coming down the pipeline.
I have one more if no one else
Go for it, Tom.
In terms of the reviews, has there been, because I know we were talking about, like, you know, privacy and what's legal to show. I remember earlier on in our project map it usage that it did have, like, if you clicked it, it would show like the locations with the Google logo next to it, but now it's a list. Is that like a change because of privacy, or I was just curious about it?
On the pin itself, it will show the Google review. Is that what you're talking about? So
I guess I meant like when I used to click reviews, it would just filter the pins that had the Google reviews. But now when you click reviews, it just shows a list of all the, like that.
Okay. So this is where I think our new UI is going to make it a little nicer. So good question. So everybody in your sales team understands how this works. When you click review the first time, it's going to show you a list of everything, right? Just a scrolling list. And if you have thousands of reviews, at the very bottom, there's going to be a little thing that says, you know, a number 2 page, a number 3 page. So it'll show another 200. I think you can set it to show up to 250. I can show you where that setting is. But when you click off of it, Thomas and everybody, now this is the second part of the reviews button. Now it's going to show you just the reviews that you have connected to an actual pin. So it's a 2-step process.
Okay,
that makes sense. It's got everything. You don't, everybody, just so everybody knows, you don't have to click the red X. If I'm scrolling through, I can go off of this anywhere off the screen. And now step 2 is these are the ones that are associated with pins. Not all 250 obviously have been connected to the pins. It depends. If you only wanted to show 50 because you feel like this is too much scrolling, if you guys go into the reviews tab on the left side and click on reviews settings right here, this is where you can show the number of reviews by default. So if I only wanted to show 25 by default, I click that. I scroll down and I click update. So now if I click on the reviews, I'm only going to go through 25 of them. And then notice you have the pagination.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, keep asking. So updates, where we're headed. So the first thing, did someone have a question?
Just got some hearts.
Okay. The first thing I want you to know is your public profile page is going to be updated. I tried to push an update this morning. My developer pushed it late last night. He said, hey, I updated it. It didn't do everything you wanted, but let me know what you think. I looked at it. I'm going to be honest with everybody. I let my developer know what I thought. It wasn't where it needed to be. So we took it down. We're going to do everything the way I think, and my team, Pat included, Perla, Ashley, Olivia, the whole team talks about it. We all talk to you, the contractors. So give us another like 3 to 4 days, and we're going to update it. It's not going to look exactly like this, but I'm going to explain to you what the public profile page is doing. I won't get into the weeds about generative engine optimization, answer engine optimization, and search engine optimization. If you want to know anything about all of that stuff, if you click on online support videos here on the left-hand side, it's going to take you to our knowledge base. If you go to step 5, recorded trainings, and you click on this, I updated a 35-minute training that says AI job descriptions. If you click on this link, watch that video. It's me talking about SEO, GEO, and AEO. Okay. I won't get into the weeds, but listen, everybody, your website is no longer just the main thing that helps you get found online. So other things on the interweb help you get found online. Enter into the equation, Project Map its public profile page. We finally realized like this page is going to actually probably do some good for our customers. So we are currently recoding the schema and making this page a little more searchable by AI search engines and GEO and stuff like that. Some things that we are doing to this page. Your company name is going to be first, and it's going to say of, and it's going to say the state that you work out of or the city you work out of. You're going to be able to customize this, but by default, AI is going to put it to that. It's going to give an about us. The map's going to be there. I'm going to say this. This is very important. Write this down, please. Google is starting to put forth emphasis on having, if you're like a roofing or decking, or if there is an instant estimator widget that you can put on your website, you should invest in one. You can talk to these guys. Roofer does one for the roofing companies. Demand IQ is a company that we partner with that has like Project Map. It is embedded into the Demand IQ instant estimator. But having an instant estimator tool on your website is going to be something that Google and AI is looking for. Research it. It's true. Let me know if you want me to get you in touch with Demand IQ or Roofer, and I will. Okay. So instant estimator can be on there. It's going to have this featured option. You're going to be able to choose like images from your company, and you can each of these can be backlinks. When you click on it, it's going to take you to like your web page of that. So if you're like, or in this case, residential roofing, and when you click on it, it's going to take you to your company's website where it talks about residential roofing. So there are going to be some backlinking there to your website. The recent work, we're going to restructure the way it looks. It's going to look a little more modern. You're going to have your customer reviews, but we're also going to put the links to those review platforms there. And then at the bottom, there's going to be a section that has frequently asked questions. We're going to have an AI button that you can click, and AI will look at your website, and it will automatically write, I think, 5 frequently asked questions and answers. It'll just help you kind of give you some inspiration. You can go in and change it if you want, or you can look at the questions that AI built for you and be like, yeah, that looks good. And then your information is going to be at the footer. So just one more tweak. Everybody, look, we compete against other, like people are starting to copy us now. I'm just kidding. We were the first. We were the first interactive map, honestly. But if a company that's of a competitor of ours that says, yeah, Project Map it isn't good, because we've had our customers call and tell me that, feel free to type the message saying, yeah, this company called and said that. Other mapping platforms are always like, yeah, the images are geolocated, like the latitude and longitude are on there. And they're like, that helps with SEO. I'm gonna be straight with all of you. Bullshit. It doesn't help with SEO. If you put latitude and longitude and geolocate every image, it doesn't. Ask Claude, ask ChatGPT, ask Perplexity, whatever AI. Be like, does it really help? There's like a very smidgen part that might help. Okay. There is something called alt text, alternative text, that is coded on images. That helps a little bit. So if you take AI and ask AI, hey, what's better on images? Alt text, ALT, like alternative, alt text or geolocation. What's better for search engine optimization? It'll probably tell you like neither of them are great, but like we're trying to update this page so that it's at least a little better, right? Like any little thing that we can do, we're going to do. What is alt text? Alt text is for people that are visually impaired, like myself. I can actually see this picture though, but it's a screen reader, right? So it's like an accessibility feature. So behind this picture in the code, there is something that's saying, this is picture 1, right? If there's multiple pictures, this is picture 1 of 5 of a job that is with Velux skylights that was installed by Pinnacle Roofing out of, and then it would give the city, like out of Falmouth, Massachusetts. I'm sure I'm saying that word wrong. So every picture has text behind it that explains what that picture is. So we have infused alt text on there just based on like city, your company name, and the category that's associated with. And obviously, if you haven't done this yet, we do have AI that helps you either transcribe so people in the field can easily just talk in their phone about the job, or you can use it as like a prompt, like a ChatGPT that says, please help me write a job description of this job, and it will. Job descriptions are going to be very, very important for GEO and SEO. So AI search engines are, and just Google search engines in general, they're looking for reputation and trust signals. You can write those words down. You can research it or ask your marketing agency. There's a shift from like SEO key terms and things like that, like you've done with traditional SEO, and it's putting it more towards being able to prove that you are trustworthy and reputable. They're called trust and reputation signals. If you teach your team how to use Project Map It to easily just talk, like I do it in presentations. It takes 10 seconds for me to be like, yeah, this was using this as an example. Yeah, we installed 2 fixed skylights. We had to do this, this, and this. It takes 10 seconds to talk about the job. It'll automatically write it for you. Again, Pat, maybe you can put a direct link into the message board that takes them to that training, to the AI description training. Oh, Brandy, are you using Project Map It for that? So Brandy just wrote, we use job description. Yes, Project Map is a super effective tool. Thank you, Thomas. Brandy, do you write job descriptions using Project Map It? Anyway, that's our public profile page. Cool. Yes, it looks much more professional. And literally, like, you can just train your people in the field. It's so simple. Watch the thing that Pat's going to put up there. Listen, in 2028, I'm very passionate. In 2028, half the homeowners are going to find you on AI search models. Half the owners are going to find you through regular search engine tools. So like laying the groundwork now by really updating this public profile page, we do feel like it could help down the road with search engines using this page, not necessarily finding the page. It will also find the page, but using this page to come up with answers when people ask questions. Like, just to prove to you, if I type in Pinnacle Roofing, they write job descriptions. You'll see, like, it's their website, and the very next thing is their public profile page. And that's because this company does a lot when it comes to writing job descriptions, not on the first page, but if you, okay, so you'll see. So there you go. Thank you, Brandy, for offering that insight. We have a private Facebook group. Brandy, anybody else that's finding like success, that would be awesome. Moving down the road, because I'm over the hour and I really apologize, but it looks like there's still 14 of you on here, so that's good. Things that we're doing down the road. This, I think, page should be updated, I'm hoping, within the next 5 business days, because it's already 80% of the way done. The next things we're doing, integrations with CRMs. We are going to integrate with Proline first. Then we're going to integrate with AccuLinks. Then we're going to integrate with Job Nimbus. Then we're going to integrate with RoofLink. Then we're going to finish and upgrade our integration that we already have with Leap. Those 5 will basically, there's going to be a trigger, is what we're hoping with all of them. All of them might work a little differently, but those 5, basically, when you add a new job, let's say you set a state, like everybody in your CRMs, you have stages, right? Pipelines. So you'll be able to choose which pipeline you want it to push the pin to Project Map It. It's going to be that simple. Hopefully, for those that use pictures and upload pictures into your CRM, we're hoping that maybe it's just as easy as like either clicking like the little 3-dot ellipsis next to every picture and say PMI, and then it pushes that picture to the pin at PMI. Maybe there's a tagging system. Again, every CRM is going to be a little different. Oh, Trisha. You got me going, Trisha. Pat, you see Trisha's. So
Mhm.
here, Trisha, I'm going to take a picture. Give me a permission, because I'm taking a screenshot right now of your request. I am out of all the CRMs, I'm best friends with Roofer. They literally dump thousands of dollars into our golf tournament. There is not a person at Roofer that I'm not friends with that aren't super friendly, but they do everything in-house by themselves. I went to International Roofing Expo. I went to the Roofer after party. I talked to the CEO, Richie Nelson. Richie and I know each other by name. And I'm like, Richie, can we just integrate with you? So let me keep pushing it. There's one guy that their production product manager. I know. Oh, here, let me take a picture of that one. So do I have your permission to use this picture? I would love to integrate with Roofer. So yes, but they have to say yes. What else? I am currently, so I want everybody to know this. This is very important from me to you. Everybody uses products. Everybody uses software 20% of the time, right? There are probably 60% of our customers that aren't like Brandy, right? Meaning Brandy's company uses Project Map It. We have 3 big buckets, everybody. I want you to hear it from me, okay? People that ever email us or call us or cancel us and say, I'm thinking of canceling Project Map It. 100% of the time, maybe 99.5% of the time, it's because they're not using Project Map It in the sales process. Because if you are using it in the sales process, you would not ever want to cancel with Project Map It, because Project Map It helps close deals. Please reply in the chat thread if you feel that that is true. If you think I'm full of SHIT, feel free to say that as well. Okay? If you're telling me that I'm full of shit, I'm going to tell you, let's get on a call, because once I explain how you can add it to the sales process, maybe in different ways, you're going to realize it. I say all of that because we're a sales tool. We are a review platform to help you easily collect reviews, which a lot of people really love. And we are this public profile page that I'm sharing with you. I am currently building out what I call a PMI Academy. You get a certificate, you get a booklet. I'm using Claude. If you are at ChatGPT, I'm telling you, start to use Claude. I went down a rabbit hole last weekend. I spent 20 hours over the weekend. My wife told me I had to stop. I'm building out what's called a PMI Academy, where all of you will have access to sit. Everybody, I'm probably certain, for those that have more than one sales rep, and many of you might just be one rep, but if you have 3 or 4 reps, you're probably meeting on a weekly or bi-monthly basis, and you're sitting in your room and you're talking about sales. The PMI Academy, the first course is sales, and there's like 5 modules. I'm on module 3 today, and I'm really putting a lot of time into it. And every module, you watch a video of me, and then you take a 4-question quiz, and then you watch a video of me. It takes like 45 minutes. Going through the sales course in our PMI Academy, just with your sales team during one of your sales meetings, I think could go a very long way. Okay. For people that aren't tech savvy, that are still paper invoices, there's still a way to use Project Map It. For those that are super tech savvy, I probably will show you in the PMI Academy ways that you can use it that you did not think of. With all of that said, I had a company that tried to cancel. They said I could talk about them. Chief Roofing out of North Carolina. They canceled. And I emailed them like, hey, Annie, I saw you canceled. Can we at least hop on a call? She said, yeah. And I kid you not, within 1 day of us getting on a training, I'm gonna show you this, because I think some of you can learn from it. God bless Olivia Lee as well. So she said I could use this. So I'm gonna show you, where is it? I'm gonna show you this email thread. So we got, nope, wrong one. We got on a call with that. Well, here, I'll just bring over my entire damn email. So we got on a call with them, and within 24 hours, they said, thank you, Steve, for showing us ways we can use it. Low tech company. They have AccuLinks, I think it was, or they use Job Nimbus. So I've attached our roof replacement proposal template along with a text and email thread. So this is their text. Hello, this is a friendly blah, blah, blah. You can peruse our completed projects per your neighborhood. This is the text and email that go out prior to the sales consultant goes out to the house to provide that free estimate. I've also, and then here is their proposal. Low tech company, they send out a proposal like this, and they built out a 1-page PDF that says our legacy, right? And then it says project map it. So this is a company that wanted to cancel. We got on a call with them, and within 24 hours, they're like, holy crap, I didn't realize you could do it. These are super easy ways that we can infuse project mapping. So PMI Academy, be on the lookout for. During the course of our integrations with all 5, my developer thinks he can do it within a quarter, so 3 months. So hopefully in 4 to 5 months, we'll be integrated with all of those companies, which will make your lives easier. But in between, we're going to do updates. So one update, one big one that people are asking for is us to fix the Facebook integration. We're going to do that. Okay. We're going to make it easier for you to post to your Google business profile. We're going to make it more automated. The automation is going to come probably when you write a project description. So if I write a project description, we installed a 35 square roof. We installed gutters, 3 windows, and a black entry door. So see how that took me 5 seconds, everybody, and it wrote a project description. There you go. What we want to do is maybe utilize this. If you're writing a project description already, when you click publish, a window that pops up that says, do you want to post to your Google business profile? And then AI will actually rewrite it, optimize it for your Google business. So there are little things like that we want to also infuse in between our integrations with CRMs. I've taken way too much of your time. Any questions, you can unmute yourself or ask them now. I'm trying really hard to keep the private Facebook group updated in real time with updates as the updates come. So when we finish the public profile page update, I'll post it in a Facebook group. A lot of people don't like getting a ton of emails from companies, so we try to not send you a bunch of emails. But what we will do is we have an in-app communication. So when you log into Project Map It, a window will pop up. So when the public profile page goes live in the next 5 business days, I'll update it through this, and then I'll update it through the Facebook page. Facebook group. So if you want to stay on and learn about the Facebook group, that's fine. If you want to leave or if you have questions, ask them now. I'm going to answer your question. So it's called PMI Users Group. This is what it is. So you'll see like John. There you go, John. You're on here. So Miller's Roofing just said, just got the new upload job, more photos, loving the updates already. You'll see if you scroll down, like these are updates that I've deployed. So if you look, this is how to use Company Cam on your phone. So I'm trying really hard. This is the Chief Roofing thing. I'm trying really hard to keep this updated for everybody. I would love for you to use this to I would love for you to use this group to have good, ask the tough questions from us. You can, look, nobody's ever rude to us, I think, because we're pretty fun and we try to take care of you all. But if there's a concern or if you want to give us some recommendations, use that. If you have questions or something that's not working, use the Facebook group. I look at it all the time. Here's the link. I just put it in the chat. If you closed a deal that was like a 100 square roof or a $50,000 deck or a $100,000 bathroom, and you know that Project Map It helped you close that deal, I would love for you to start using this, because I think the more we all talk to each other about how we're finding success in the reviews, in the easy description tool, in the sales process, the more people are going to buy in. So we're down to 12. Brian, Bree, sorry. Can you allow pages to join so I can be joined on Chesco's Facebook? Oh, that's a good question. Can I allow you're asking, Bree, if I can allow Chesco's Facebook page to join. So I got to be honest with you. I'm not a Facebook guru. I don't do much social media, except you can follow me on Mr. Map It on TikTok or my LinkedIn page. Yes, it won't let pages. Okay. Everybody else, you're more than welcome to leave. Bree, do you know how to do this? I mean, I'll do it right now. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to go to do that. Promote? I don't know. So, I mean, I can ask my guy that runs it. Oh, group settings are down here. I can ask my person, do you see any managed? That's it. I don't know. No, I'm not sure. I will look into it. Peace out, Thomas. Any other questions? There's still 11 of you on. Hey, Yesenia. Hey, we're taking the entire team to San Diego. I cannot wait. We leave Monday through Friday. So we're going to be probably incognito all of next week, but we are going to have a blast. We're going to do whale watching. We're going to go to the zoo. We're going to party like rock stars. Thank you, everybody. Much love. Have a great weekend coming up.